Okay, so do you think people do what they are told to do, quote unquote, told to do more often than they should? If so, why do you think they do that? And do you think that benefits them or it takes away from what they can be or can do?
I think people are sheep. I don't think people think for themselves. And honestly, some people shouldn't think for themselves.
Why is that?
Because I don't know, actually.
So do you think there's some people that should listen to what they're being told to do?
Yeah, well, what's that bit about? I didn't get that bit.
I'm just trying to articulate it in my brain so it sounds good coming out of my mouth.
Well, Lenny, what's an example of someone doing something they're told to do and they potentially shouldn't be doing, you're saying?
We were speaking about it before, but the vaccine. Everyone's being told to get vaccinated.
Yep.
But why?
Well, there was fear from the government, from
correct.
the Matrix.
But what were they fearing?
They were putting fear into everyone about the common cold, really.
Well, let's not get into that debate because people.
Well,
no,
just an example.
specifically about
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
whether it's real or whether it's a cold, whether it's people
More so just thinking.
died from it, whatever.
Yep.
But I like how Lenny said it. Like, a lot of people didn't question why. Like, that's an example of a decision. They just did it, and the consequences were created out of, I think, fear of I have to get this because I've got to go to my job. My job requires it. But why? A lot of people didn't think they had a choice because
if their job is saying you need to get this, then they need they have no other way to provide for themselves or their family, so they have to get that vaccine
because they had to get paid. Yeah,
have
if
to
they
get
didn't
paid.
get paid, they lose their job.
Someone close to you did that, didn't they?
Oh, many people.
Yeah.
Which annoyed me because that's not how I would have done it if I was in that situation. Because I'm not saying I'm not against that stuff, but it didn't make sense to me to do it because.
But you're against not thinking about it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Fully against not thinking about what you're doing. It's the same with houses. A lot of people just do the house thing. Not against houses, against not thinking about it.
So just buying a house for the sake of buying a house because
Because
everyone else is
you're
doing
told
it.
to
That is, I think that's incorrect even with the people who buy houses. At the masses, that's incorrect to just buy a house to buy a house.
Yeah.
You need to leave emotion at the door and look at the numbers.
Like, my best mate's got a mortgage, but he thought about it for a year, and his reasoning was he wanted to be able to, if he wanted to take a shit on his wall, he can. It's his. Or if his dog wants to take a piss in his living room, it can. But, he knew that he could rent. He understands the whole thing, decided to buy a house because he wanted the emotional, that's my house, which I'm fine with.
He thought about it.
Thought about it. No problem. But it's when you become a slave to your finances because you thought you had to do it.
All your mates are buying houses, their families and kids, and you're just like, well, I need to buy a house.
So,
Do you think that happens a lot?
yes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Can't say everyone, but
So
yeah.
you could say
Ooh.
that people
A lot
are
of
judging themselves with their peers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably a huge factor into why people do what they're, I guess, told because
Someone
everyone
might
else
buy a new car because their mate got a new car, or people they went to school with have a new car.
Yeah. So it's peer pressure in a sense to do what they're told.